Horrid Henry and the Zombies Vampire, Chapter 2. Right. If you haven't already read Chapter 1, go check out my video. Children, I have some thrilling news, burbled Miss Oddbod. Horrid Henry groaned. His idea of thrilling news and Miss Oddbod's idea of thrilling news were not the same idea. Were not the same. Thrilling news would be Mutant Max replacing Miss Oddbod as head. Thrilling news would be Miss Battleaxe being whisked off to ancient Rome to be a gladiator. Thrilling news would be Moody Margaret dumped in a swamp and Perfect Peter sent to prison. Thrilling news wasn't coat hooks, wasn't new coat hooks, and who was in the Good as Gold book. But wait, what was Miss Oddbod saying? Our school has been chosen to be a healthy eating school. Our school has been chosen to be a healthy eating school. Our new healthy and nutritious school meals will be an example for schools everywhere. Horrid Henry sat up. What? Healthy eating? Oh no! Henry knew what grown-ups meant by healthy food. Celery, beetroot, or Origin Towers, or however you pronounce it. Anything that tasted yucky and looked revolting was bound to be good for him. Anything that tasted yummy was bound to be bad. Henry had... Oh, wait a second, there's an ant on me. Why are there so many ants in here? What was I? School beacon of healthy eating, babbled Miss Oddbod. Only the world-famous chef, Mr. Nudie Foodie. Rude Ralph snorted. Nudie, he did. Miss Nudie Foodie, thought Horrid Henry. What kind of stupid name was that? Were there really parents out there? Oh, watch out, little ant. Whose surname was Foodie? Who decided to think the perfect name for their son was Nudie? And here he is, in person, proclaimed Miss Oddbod. The children clapped as a shaggy-haired man wearing a red-cheeked apron and a chef's hat bounced to the front of the auditorium. From today, your school will be the place for delicious, nutritious food, he beamed. I'm not nude. It's my food that's nude. My delicious, yummalicious grub is just plain scrubby. Wait, where did it go? Monday, Christians, blah blah blah. Oh, back on there. After all, the end of the week and nice to celebrate. Oh, and fizzy with drinks every day and chocolate milk there. A lovely, healthy plan, nutritious and delicious menu that everyone would love. Because let's face it, at the moment, school dinners were horrid. They were served burgers and chips once a week, thought Horrid Henry indignantly. Well, he'd soon sort that out. In fact, maybe he should be a famous chef when he got older. Chef Henry, the burger wizard. Happy Henry, hamburger hero. He would open a chain of famous restaurants called Henry's, where the eating can't be beaten. Well, he had time to improve his name while collecting his millions every week from the restaurateurs. As happy customers fought their way inside for their chance to win, chow down on one of Happy Henry's buntastic burgers, kids everywhere would beg to go. Kids will eat there, safe in the knowledge that no vegetables would ever contaminate their food. Horrid Henry sighed. Mr. Nudie Foodie was leaping up and down with excitement. And you're all going to help me make the delicious food that will be a joy to eat. Remember, just like the words to my hit song, it's not rude to be a dude who loves nude food. Yeehaw. Well, Nudie, said Miss Oddbod. Mr. Foodie. Just call me Mr. Nudie Foodie, said Mr. Nudie Foodie. Now, who wants to do a nudie foodie and join me in the kitchen and make lunch today? Me, shouted Perfect Peter. Me, shouted Clever Claire. I want to be a nudie foodie, said Jolly Josh. I want to be a nudie foodie, said Tidy Ted. I want to be a nudie foodie, yelled Greedy Graham. I think a healthy school is a happy school, said Mr. Nudie Foodie beaming. My motto is only bad food, booze, and you choose yummy food. And at lunchtime today, all your parents will be coming to the cafeteria to sample your scrumptious, yummalicious, fabulicious, and irresistible nude food. Ole! Horrid Henry looked around the school kitchen. He'd never seen so many pots and pans and vats and cauldrons. So this was where the school glop was made. Well, not any longer would they be making giant, not any longer would they be making giant Whopper burgers in huge frying pans or vats of chips in huge pots? Maybe they'd make pizzas for the gigantic ovens. The nudie foodie stood before Henry's class. This is so exciting, he said, bouncing up and down. Everyone ready to make some delicious food? Yes, bellowed Henry's class. Right then, let's get cooking, said Mr. Nudie Foodie. Horrid Henry stood in front of a chopping board with Weepy William, Dizzy Dave, Fairy Fiona. Fairy Fiona shoved Henry. Stop hogging the chopping board, she hissed. Horrid Henry shoved her back, knocking the lumpy bag of ingredients onto the floor. Stop hogging it to yourself, he hissed back. Wah, wailed Weepy William. Henry pushed me. Wait, what was rolling all over the floor? It looked like it couldn't be. Group 1, here's how to slice a yummy green pepper, beamed Mr. Nudie Foodie. And Group 2, you're in charge of the tomatoes. In Group 3, you make the broccoli salad. Group 4 will look after the mushrooms. Green pepper, tomatoes, broccoli, mushrooms. What was this, Mark? It's my yummy, scrummy, super secret vegetastic pasta sauce, said Mr. Nudie Foodie. Wait, what? A dirty, rotten trick? Where were the chips? Where were the burgers? And then suddenly Horrid Henry understood Mr. Nudie Foodie's evil plan. He was going to sneak vegetables onto the school menu. Not just a single vegetable, but loads and loads and loads of vegetables. Enough evil vegetables to kill someone. 100 times over, boy impaled by killer carrot. Girl chokes to death on deadly broccoli. Boy gags on toxic tomato. Henry could see the headlines now. They'd find him dead in the lunchroom, poisoned by vegetables in his limbs, twisted in agony. Well, no way was this foul fiend going to trick Henry into eating vegetables. Everyone chopped and stirred and mixed. The evil brew hissed and bubbled. Horrid Henry had never felt so cheated in his life. Finally, the bell rang. Mr. Nudie Foodie stood by the exit with an enormous black bin bag. Before you leave, I want you to open your lunch boxes and dump all that food of your junk food in here. No need for that stuff today. Huh? Said rude Ralph. No, wailed Greedy Graham. Yes, said Nudie Foodie. You'll thank me later. Horrid Henry gasped in horror as everyone threw their yummy snacks into the bag as they filled out the kitchen and ran out for playtime. For once, Henry was glad his mean, horrible parents never packed anything good in his lunchbox. Was there no end to this evil man's plots? Thought Horrid Henry, stomping Mr. Nudie Food into the hall. First, vegetable pasta sauce, then stealing... okay, I just had to pause there, I'm off under my eye. Then stealing everyone's sweets. What a waste. All those treats going straight into the bin. Rescue us, Henry, squealed Chocolate and Crisp, trapped inside the bin bag. Help! 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 Horrid Henry didn't need to be asked twice. He crept down the hall and darted back into the school kitchen. Sweets, here I come, thought Horrid Henry. The kitchen was empty. Huge vats of vegetable sauce sat ready to be poured into pasta. What horrors would Mr. Nudie Foodie try to sneak on the menu tomorrow? And the next day, and the next. Just wait until the parents discovered that sauce was made of vegetables. They'd make their children eat this swill every day. Urgh! And then suddenly Horrid Henry knew what he had to do. He looked longingly at the enormous bing bag, bulging with crisps and chocolate and yummy snacks. Horrid Henry gritted his teeth. Sometimes you have to think ahead. Sometimes you couldn't be distracted, not even by donuts. There wasn't a moment to lose. Any second, teacher or dinner lady could come in and foil him. He had to seize his chance to stop Mr. Nudie Foodie once and for all. Grabbing whatever was nearest, Horrid Henry emptied a tin of salt into the first vat of sauce. Into the second went a tin of mustard powder. Into the third went a bottle of vinegar. Into the fourth and final one, Henry looked at the gurgling, bubbling, poisonous, reeking, rancid, toxic sauce. Take that, Nudie Foodie, thought Horrid Henry. Henry reaching for the tub of lard. What are you doing, Henry? Rasped the deadly voice. Henry froze. Just looking for my lunchbox, he said, pretending to search behind the cooking pot. Miss Battleaxe snarled, flashing her yellow brick teeth. She pointed to the door. Horrid Henry ran out. Phew, what a lucky escape. Shame he hadn't completed his mission. But 3 vats of 4 wasn't bad. Anyway, the fourth pot was sure to be disgusting, even without extra dollops of lard. You are not dead meat. You are dead meat, Mr. Nudie Foodie, thought Horrid Henry. Oh, no, Mr. Nudie Foodie, thought Horrid Henry. Parents, children, prepare yourselves for a taste sensation, said Mr. Nudie Foodie, ladling out pasta and sauce. Lazy Linda's mother took a big forkful. Doesn't this look yummy? She said. It's about time this school served proper food, said Moody Margaret's mum, shoveling an enormous spoonful in her mouth. I couldn't agree more, said Tidy Ted's dad, scooping up pasta. Blech! Sputtered Margaret's mother, spitting it all out over Arabic Owl's dad. Her face was purple. That's disgusting. My Maggie Moo Moo won't be touching a drop of that. What are you trying to do, poison people? Screamed Arabic Owl's dad. His face was green. I'm not eating this muck, shouted Clever Claire's mum, and Claire certainly isn't. But, gasped Mr. Nudie Foodie, this sauce is my specialty. It's delicious. He took a mouthful. Ugh, he said, spewing it all over Miss Oddbod. It is disgusting. Wow, thought Horrid Henry. Wow, could the sauce really be so bad? He had to try it. Wouldn't he get the salty, the mustardy, the vinegary, or just the plain, disgusting vegetable-y? Henry picked a tiny forkful of pasta, put it in his mouth, and swallowed. He was still breathing. He was still alive. Everyone at his table was slurping up the food and beaming. Everyone at the other tables was coughing and choking and spitting. Horrid Henry took another teeny tiny taste. The sauce was delicious. It was much nicer than the regular glop they served at lunchtime with pasta. It had billion times nicer. And he had just... Is this some kind of joke? Gasped Miss Oddbod, gagging Mr. Nudie Foodie. You are toast. Leave here at once, Mr. Nudie Foodie slung off. No! Screamed Horrid Henry. It's yummy. Don't go. Everyone stared at Horrid Henry. Weird, said Rude Ralph. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you tomorrow when we do chapter 3.